In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all some stocks that are about to go crazy this week and why y'all should keep an eye on them. We're going to look at the overall markets like we always do every Sunday to get you guys ready as always. Alright, y'all, let's dive into the charts. Right off the bat, we got the Nasdaq futures. And we are still trading right next to that red band right here. It's very annoying. The market is giving us these small candles ahead of the CPI report. I repeat, the CPI report is coming out on the 15th at exactly 7:30 a.m. Central Time. All right, that will be Wednesday. So be on the lookout for that. Again, that's the inflation reports. We're going to look deep at those expectations in another video, but for now we're gonna focus on Monday and Tuesday. Again, now what we're doing right here, I think that the market is going to go up just a little bit more, and I say that because of what I've mentioned on Thursday night regarding the Dow Jones DIA. All right, so the DIA gapped up as I anticipated. It went up to 395, and then during the day, the highest that it could go was 396. All right, I think 398 is the high of that move. I think you got about $2 more to give before the Dow Jones experiences some turbulence. I thought it would like complete that whole move on Friday, but it didn't. Instead, that indices gave us a doji, which is kind of annoying, but overall the trend is still bullish. All right, now the other stock, the other indices that we gotta look at. Some of you have been mentioning the SPY in the comment section. Again, I usually just I focus on the Nasdaq because it's usually an easier chart to read. All right, the SPY right now, a lot of the moves are happening during the night, and during the day the candle is super tiny, so be very cautious. All right, the excitement would kick in. You typically, again, between Tuesday and Wednesday, when all of these economic reports come out, that's when we're gonna start seeing big candles like these again on the SPY, and then I will cover it more in the future videos. Right, that now the stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for a crazy move this week. This one belonged to the Dow Jones. That stock is Caterpillar. It's an industrial stocks. Now with this one right here, it has a structure on the charts. First, it had earnings. The reactions to the earnings was negative, but it's been holding its own above 330, which I believe is a previous level of support. Yeah, it is. Right here, 330, it got there once, it bounced again, did a double bottom. All right, and right now it's curling back up and it's trying to recover. The structure on the chart is on the 4-hour time frame, right over here. All right, it's right there. There is an ascending triangle right there. It actually might be better to go on the 1 hour. Yeah, there's an ascending triangle on the charts right here that broke out on Thursday morning at like 9 o'clock. It broke out above 348, held its own, and then gapped up again on Friday, and then closed not near the highs, but closed like in the middle of that candle. It formed the doji on that day, just like the Dow Jones. All right, and if I'm right about the Dow Jones going to 398, we could see Caterpillar push all the way up to 365 within the next 2 days. So far, the structure is clean. It hasn't given me a reason to believe that the structure is fake. The 4-hour is behaving really well, and I don't have I don't have anything negative to say about this one. I did buy it. I definitely did buy it on Thursday. So this is this is the contract that I took, the C360. I bought it. I bought those contracts 7 minutes before the market closed, after seeing the structure with the price target on there. All right. I ended up taking profits 3 minutes after the market opened on Friday. And then I got it back at the close when this thing actually got back here, dropped down to 355. So I am still holding Caterpillar. I am. All right. If it drops below 352, then I'll probably get rid of it, because it wouldn't be behaving as I would like. What I want to see is for the stock to open up at the same price, because the indices hasn't moved at all. It's still like at 0% or 0.02%. It's not moving. So a candle that looks like this, where we open at 355 and we move all the way up like that, would be phenomenal. And I will be looking to take my money off the table at around like 362, 363-ish. All right. Now, the next stock that I want to share with all of you is Oxy. This one's for the bears. Now, I want to share Oxy once again because it had, like, the reaction through earnings on another oil stock was negative, which pushed this one down. And right now, it's not doing phenomenal. There is a Head and Shoulders, there's definitely a Head and Shoulders on here. We have the head right there. We have the left shoulder. We have the head right here, and then we have the right shoulder, which formed on Friday. It's much more visible when I switch over to the 1 hour, right? And then we have the neckline right there. It teased a little bit on, I think this was Wednesday. It got below that neckline, but there was an intraday structure right there for a day trading opportunity, right? And then it bounced up and formed that right shoulder and broke below the neckline again. So with the oil sector, I mean, the weekly charts are still bearish, and the trend on most of them is bearish. So watch it for a drop to 62 once again. It might actually get there tomorrow. I think it might get there tomorrow or Tuesday. It depends, because we might see a doji on this one tomorrow and then a continuation down. Like, we see a doji right here, and then we might see this thing continue down on Tuesday or Wednesday if the CPI inflation report turned out to be really like hotter than expected. It could happen. All right, so these are some things to consider as we move forward with the markets. Now, some updates. I've mentioned Starbucks. Watch it for a long, and this one actually provided a bullish opportunity on Friday. All right, there was some money to be made on here. Congrats to anybody who took that trade to 76. Again, I told y'all to watch it for a move a bit higher than that, right? To watch it for a recovery, maybe up to like $78. It's trying to recover. There's a gap right here, all right? So eventually, that whole gap is gonna get filled. I don't think it's going to get filled all in 1 week. That would be too much of a stretch, but I think it can creep up a little bit more before playing some games. So now the next stock that I didn't mention was HES. And HES, I believe, is also another oil company. It's a lot stronger than the other oil companies, and it didn't really do too much on Friday. It definitely opened higher, which doesn't surprise me at all after the bullish pellet has formed, right? And then it kind of closed flat. So again, have an alert right here. If it drops below 159, then the play is nullified and you should look at something else. It's no longer clean, and it's not going to get in that circle right here this week, right? If it drops below 159, again, the play is nullified. So just keep that in mind for the next few days. Now, the last stock that we're going to touch on today is Amazon. Now with Amazon, it did exactly what I told y'all it would do, which is to creep up to at least 190. It got to 190 in a very choppy fashion. It wasn't pretty. Like, it really wasn't. Since the structure that I shared with y'all from here, right? So, like, there's a very choppy uptrend, choppy, and then it just, as soon as it gets to 191, we see a pullback, right? It's not completely bearish yet because of the daily chart, but it is kind of annoying because it's giving a whole lot of small little dojis right here. So be careful, be cautious, and most importantly, be patient. The stock is going to decide which way it's going to go. Eventually, we're going to see bigger candles. Hopefully, after Wednesday, we might see some bigger candles. That way, we can make some, like, a lot of money during major moves. All right, but for now, just chill out and wait for the stock to tell you which way it's going to go. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button. As always, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so definitely click on that subscribe button and click on the notification bell. That way you get notified when I release these videos. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Guma and Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.